Yo, what's going on, guys? Matthew B. Haynes here, aka the Clock Master. I'm here with my wife,
Shannon, aka Cosmic Thanks.
We are here to check out Miss Marvel Season 1, Episode 5. Now, I know a lot of people aren't really watching Miss Marvel right now, and it's a shame because the show is actually really good in my opinion. I think it's one of the best MCU shows right now, just because of how consistent it has been in tone, how like engaging it has been week after week, and just, you know, genuinely entertaining. Like,
yeah, no, I definitely agree. The story is really good too.
Yeah, really good story, really good character. The overall presence is amazing. So for people who are like avoiding the show, it really sucks, just because like it's really good. Like, it's a really good show. They're missing out. It's a really good, impactful show, and with good characters. So it's a shame, but we're here to react to it. So we're going to show our support by continuing to post these till the last one. Last episode I think is next week. So
yeah, it's 6 episodes, right?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, sad. I know, it's been good. It's been real good. I enjoy it. So I've actually been enjoying this one week after week more than Obi-Wan, and I really liked Obi-Wan. For being honest with you, now I'm thinking about it. Like, each week in Obi-Wan, it was just, I felt like I went into Obi-Wan with more like concern. Like, I really loved Obi-Wan, but I went in with concern each episode, because I'm like holding on to the previous, you know.
It was like, okay, are they really doing that, or like? Yeah, no, this one's been like super consistent and not in a bad way. Yeah, like it still has its like twists and everything.
Exactly. And I mean, like, when Obi-Wan finished, it was like, okay, now I can rewatch it with ease. Yeah. But like week after week, it was just kind of like stress and concern, because I didn't know how much of the canon they were gonna mess up. So with this, I don't really have too much of that worry. Yeah. You know, because I don't know too much about Miss Marvel outside of some of the few appearances I've seen her in. So in the comic book. So I'm here chilling. So yeah. So unless you have anything else, I think we're ready to get into it.
Let's get it.
All right. Full reactions on Patreon. Yeah, let's get into it. Talk about it later as we normally do. Let's get into it now. I'm trying not to make big. Oh yeah, it took it back, and it has like a low fidelity kind of vibe with the sound too. At the stroke of the midnight hour, nice. India will awake to light and freedom. With those words on the eve of August 15th, 1947, in the Indian struggle for independence, back in 1942. That's crazy. I love how they're actually showing a lot. This Aisha, this gotta be Aisha. I think that they're showing a lot of like the history stuff for a lot of people who don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know about it.
Nice. I gotta hit the Miss Marvel logo. Same song over and over and over again. I said same song over and over again.
Yeah. Pretty much.
How many countries been through this crap? My country been through it. So we only got independence in the 70s. My country. 74, I think.
And I'll break your leg.
That's right. I just realized.
What? You mean this one?
I just realized because he has a walking stick.
I don't use it much.
Oh.
I don't use it anyway. I have a feeling that's Kamala's grandfather.
Yeah, most likely.
See these looks?
There's food and a place to rest if you need to use my cottage.
At least you're gonna use a little more than your facilities.
Again, every episode feels like a movie.
It does.
Like, it's so much love being poured into the show. People need to freaking watch this show, man. Damn. It's so good. All right, Ruth, you looking good. There's your bangle. The bangle?
Yeah. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk.
That's a hit right there.
What you seek is seeking you.
Aisha.
Ah. What you seek is seeking you.
My name is Aisha.
Remember it's on the bangle?
Yeah.
She who lives. Hassan.
It's definitely her granddaddy.
Yeah, this definitely her granddaddy.
Chemistry here.
It's definitely granddaddy right there.
Like I said, she won't be using more than her facilities.
Not about to be your roses. About to be y'all roses.
I know that you're pretty attached to that rotting tree branch.
The tree branch is aesthetics.
Well, I changed my mind.
Okay, but they're cute or whatever.
Right, right. Adorable.
Thank you.
So Aisha definitely, I feel like she definitely separated from her group. It's possible.
I feel like she probably wanted to stay.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
She looks at you as though you're magic.
Papa got the words.
Right? I was gonna say, no wonder why she got with him. He's smooth as hell.
Man, the smoothest jack. Technically, it wouldn't even be her grandmother. It's her great-grandfather. My bad.
Yeah. But either.
No, I said grandfather. I'm going to say great-grandfather.
क्यों?
हसन,
क्योंकि मैं मुसलमान हूँ।
माफ करना भैया, बुरा ना मानना, परेशान है।
There's a lot of the prejudice, too.
Yeah. Hmm?
What?
What's going on? Is it the other people?
The clandestine?
Yeah.
Might be. Yeah, exactly who it is.
Najma,
I just don't trust her.
No.
we can put our plan into action.
I'm trying to go home for a mad long time. Or take over the world. Which would rather.
Don't you want to go home, Aisha?
She's like, I am
But I
home.
hid the bangle for safekeeping. You have until sundown tomorrow, and then we will all go home together.
I think it was just a threat.
Yeah, literally.
It's like the passive-aggressive threats. You have until sundown tomorrow.
But she's just dead behind her eyes.
Yeah. There's no love in that.
No.
It's all a threat.
They're burning homes across the countryside.
Trying to leave so they don't find her again.
Yeah.
It's too risky to stay with Sana.
Really interesting seeing like all of Aisha's like backstory now.
Yeah.
Like she didn't want to go.
No.
Who's that woman you were talking to last night?
Yep, he knows.
Mm-hmm. That would mess me up.
Right?
But why are you telling me now?
That's crazy. Imagine just leaving everything behind. Just go to a place you don't know.
She was really just trying to protect her family, man.
Yep.
That's what sucks about this whole thing.
Yep.
I'll find it.
Damn. So she killed her. Wow.
Never
Bro,
trusted
she's
this
so
woman, man.
annoying now, bro. Bro, she should have seen this knife coming. Damn. Oh. And that was that the second bangle? Do you remember there was two of them?
Yeah.
So did she have the second one?
Maybe? This is insane.
Huh?
This is just insane.
Yeah.
Supposed to save Nani like the story. It's okay. She's okay.
Was Kamala the one that saved her in a weird paradox thing?
I have no idea at this point. So does she get the other bangle from her grandmother?
Swear that that's her grandmother.
Right? That has to be like super trippy.
Is this a memory or did she actually get transported back? That's what I'm confused about.
It seems she got transported back.
That's what it looks like. But she doesn't speak English.
Okay. Ready and go.
She doesn't speak English. I won't question it.
Just don't, because the other ones were speaking English.
I mean, unless they were, I don't know, because you know, sometimes they just speak English for us to understand as the
Yeah.
viewers. We're just following the stars. She's following the circles instead of the stars. It's pretty much stars.
Pretty much.
Right? That's so weird.
Yeah.
So she was the one that saved her grandmother in a weird
paradox,
paradox situation. Some interstellar kind of stuff right here.
Right?
like this is some interstellar type stuff. How do you even
process that?
Yeah, it's like an interstellar. His daughter saves him.
Yeah.
He was also the one that communicated to his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So weird. You killed Aisha. Oh, so she ended up opening the door anyway. That's what it looks like. Better close it.
She's not picking up the phone.
She's fine.
Well,
I mean, she's still not home.
Magnum got lost once. I had him microchipped.
Okay, Magnum is a dog. If it was legal, I would do it.
So much.
There's the tracking apps on her phone. It's pretty much the same thing.
Pretty much.
Better she has a phone.
Well, if Kamala's phone is on your family plan, you can just log into your account and use the Find My Phone feature to see where she is.
I'm trying to say.
Spyware for parents? Then why am I only just hearing about this?
She did not want you to know.
Exactly. Think Bruno would tell her either? I don't even know if Najma wants to take them home. It's like if she has her own motive for all of this.
It's like mad selfish.
Yeah. Well, we're not going home. I am. Didn't work.
Yep. Just kills you.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. What are you gonna do? It's not working. Najma gonna kill yourself.
It's not gonna work. It's just gonna destroy everything.
I can make it.
Uh-huh. Sure you can.
You have Kamran.
Yeah, you have a whole kid.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's still your kid.
Right?
All Aisha ever wanted was to be with her family, and you took that from her.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't take that from Kamran too.
Mm-hmm.
How did that help anything?
That's what I want to know. Did it close it?
It did close it.
Somehow.
But she said Kamran's name, so what is this gonna do? The heck happened?
Did it like put her energy into him?
Wait, what? Uh-oh.
There it is.
There it is. Bro, Kamran is gonna have some type of...
Are your hands hurt? Are you okay?
Okay.
She put something in Kamran.
Yeah.
That wasn't love.
Who's that?
Uh-huh.
So you are that light card?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our family is magical.
Nani explained.
Only I've told you so many times over the years.
Yeah.
Abu.
Oh. I'm actually shocked by Mom's reaction to this.
Right?
Like, honestly, Mom is not really as bad as we make it look. It's just that, look at her.
I think she's just kind of in shock right now.
Look, she's just a mom.
Yeah.
She's not a villain.
You know, if you ever need anything, I'm just take all away.
Yeah, we need him back. He's a good friend.
Government may or may not have several warrants out for my arrest, so.
Yeah,
just several.
Wow.
Oh.
For you.
Is that how she gets the red scarf?
Probably, yeah.
For her outfit? Yeah, someone was saying that how it looks like Bruno might have made her outfit in Caltech.
Yeah, definitely.
Since he was going.
What is this?
Ah.
It's Kamala's. It broke.
Yeah. Miss Marvel.
That's your mother at your age.
No.
Ah. It always be like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right? That's how it is.
Bruce, spring.
Mommy, please don't put all these lies into my daughter's head, okay?
You know it's true.
It was Bon Jovi.
Why have I never heard of this?
Well,
She's not gonna tell you that.
Of course not.
Your
She not
father
gonna-
and I had a lot of adventures, Kamala. It's because I am not ready to let you go.
Aw.
That's how it always is.
So mama. That's mom.
Especially with her brother getting married and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They're so cute.
3 generations. Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I call success, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, back to Bruno's crib. Back to Jersey. This is not in Caltech yet.
Yeah, not yet.
We got to get this suit by next episode, though. Yeah, Kamran. Please don't hurt him.
Yeah, it's making me a little nervous not understanding this.
Yeah, I hope he's a friend, bro.
Yeah.
Is there a car guy as well?
Tesla.
Yeah, it's a wonder we've never... Oh my god, I genuinely thought your name was Brian this whole time.
Oh.
No, I was the first 4 times that...
Poor Bruno.
No. When I was out of town, she left some lasagna in the fridge.
Oh, he's gonna have to protect him. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. That's Nasi. I was literally listening to the song. I was listening to the song with my dad the other day. What's her name, man? The song is actually really good. She's like a legend in Pakistan. This is a girl. The lady I played you her song the other day. I like this song. This song is good. Gotta get her name. I want to say it right. Yeah, I went on a whole binge and started like listening to all her music. Yeah, Nasibo Lal. Yeah, this song was fire, bro. It got like, I think they did like a live performance of it.
It's a vibe. I like it.
It's a good song. Yeah, to June. Like this song, it got like 38 million views 5 months ago. Like the live performance, it's fire.
I hate that they always cut it off at the worst time.
Right? I was really getting invested in this episode. I wanted more. I could have done like an extra 10 minutes. Yeah, this song is fire, man.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm glad I actually stumbled upon it before this episode dropped. Please be a little bit more. Oh, they always do this. All right, whatever. Damn, bro. So they are going to give us a fit and everything in the last episode.
They always do that.
So what's the big fight going to be against a DOD, maybe? Probably.
Most likely, yeah.
So, yeah, if anything, she... Was it not Najma or I'm saying Naja like it was Naja from What We Do in the Shadows. No, was it is it Najma?
Najma?
It's Najma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Najma. Yeah, so Najma, she either just made Kamran because he wasn't because him being her child makes him a Djinn too, just like Miss Marvel.
Right.
Assuming that is her blood son, not like just like she's adopted him or something. Because one of two things. She looked like she just passed on whatever power she had.
Yeah.
Or whatever light, whatever like the Noor she took from that. She probably just took some, and I guess just transferred her essence or whatever to Kamran.
That's kind of what it seems like.
Or did she transfer her will to him? Or like did she like possess him in a way? Because I don't know if she actually really loves this guy. Because we wanted two things. She passed on like her essence or whatever to him, causing him to now have abilities similar to Kamala. It could be that, or two, either that or she straight up like possessed him in a way, and she can use him in whatever way she can, so that she can continue to live. Which is why she would voluntarily sacrifice herself. Right. But like, I don't know. Maybe
because she could have also just had a kid for that purpose.
Yeah, literally could have. Yeah, it literally could have been like, oh yeah, I'll have a kid.
I'll have a backup.
I'll have a backup plan, so I can always kind of reset.
Right.
But maybe, you got me thinking, because when she left him behind, that might have been a true moment of love and sacrifice. But then when Kamala was like, no, you still have Kamran, and she was like, oh yeah, I forgot I could do that. Thank you. You're right.
It really could have been that. I wouldn't put it past her.
Yeah, like, you know what, you're right. You might have done something.
Yeah.
Let me go back.
Cause she couldn't understand why Aisha would stay with her family.
Yeah, she didn't have that kind of love.
That's kind of what makes me think that Kamran was just a backup plan.
And like maybe she actually started to love Kamran, which is why she would leave him back, so that he wouldn't get involved in all this crap.
Right.
Right. But then, like you said, you know, maybe it's a backup because like Kamala's saying, "Hey, you have Kamran."
It's like, oh shoot, yeah, let me dive in.
She literally was like, "You're right.
Yeah.
I do have Kamran."
There was just no emotion behind it.
Yeah. I do have him. I can close it.
That's kind of what makes me feel like she's just, transferred like into him.
Sleeping in his body.
Right.
Just he can use her powers essentially. But like whenever she's ready to come to the surface, she'll be in control. She'll be in control. Yeah. And who's to say how long has she done this though?
Right.
What if that body that she had there as Naja wasn't
hers?
The original. Like she could have been doing this for even longer than that body was alive. It's like think about it, right? Like they haven't aged. She's looked the same since the 40s. She's looked the same since the 1940s.
Right.
So she could have inhabited that body at a much older age. That's for one. And two, because like she can inhabit like maybe Kamran. He can stay that age forever now.
Right.
Maybe that's what they've all done. Maybe even Aisha did this.
Who knows?
Aisha could have also did this. Yeah. Maybe they just possessed the bodies and took over their bodies because that's the only thing that makes sense.
Do we know specifically when they came through?
They didn't mention it. But we know it was happening around. We've only seen them around the time of the partition, right before.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because if they just came around that time, then or a little bit before, then they've just been the same body. The
story of Djinn is a little bit different in reality because everybody has their own different explanation. Like when you research like Djinn, right? Like there's so many different like people you'll meet both inside of Islam and outside of Islam that have different interpretations as to what a Djinn is, right? But from the common understanding that I have seemed to find when like trying to research a lot about it, not so much like like the comic book Djinn, but like the Djinn used in religion, or also just in the mythological stories of ancient regions, right? Like the common consensus that I came down to was that Djinn can't necessarily have a physical body, and no one can see them, right? No one can really see them, but they can control people in a sense. So that leads me to believe that all of those bodies that they inhabited were just possessions.
Right.
Like,
it's very possible that like they've just possessed those bodies and just
took control of them.
Because then again,
because they're literally light. They're from a light dimension, right?
Because I'm trying to figure out.
They have no physical body in like the human body.
They had to have like a special blade or something to kill Aisha. Because if that was the case, then wouldn't she just be able to transfer out?
That was probably, well, maybe she could have, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it needs to be linked genetically to that person's body for it to be a perfect host.
Right.
Like, some like some of those things, like sometimes they have to be like, if they're genetically the same, it can be like a perfect host kind of situation. And like, oh yeah, like they're genetically linked, so it'll match better.
What if Aisha is still alive and she did transfer out?
To who though?
I don't know. Because if it wasn't like a special blade, then
well, it had to be a special. I mean, they have special weapons.
I know.
So it might be specifically used for killing people like them.
Yeah. Because we didn't really see anything. Not sure.
Yeah, my theory that I'm kind of leaning on is kind of what you sparked, was that she transferred herself to Kamran.
Mm-hmm.
And
in some capacity.
In some way.
Yeah.
And just kind of laying low for now until she's ready to use him. Because I don't see Kamran being... Like, Ms. Marvel needs to have someone that can... You know, like all these villains have to have a villain with a... You know, these heroes have to have a villain with a similar power to theirs.
Right.
Like Spider-Man. Spider-Man has Venom, of course, but he also has, like, all those other... His rogues gallery's huge. So...
Now Kamran has similar abilities.
Yeah, like maybe he might be good one day, and then when Najma decides to take over. And guys, sorry if I keep saying Naja. We just started watching
What We Do in the Shadows, like the show.
Yeah, the series What We Do in the Shadow, and if you guys watch the show, you know there's a main character with the name Nadja, Nadja, Nadja. Yeah. So it would which is a very nice name, by the way, Nadja. Mm-hmm. But like Najma is also a nice name. Yeah. They're very similar. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at now. I'm thinking she definitely possessed her son in a way, or placed herself in his body, and she can emerge whenever she wants to and take control.
Yeah,
and become a menace.
I don't trust that it was out of love.
No, I don't believe that
I don't think she is capable of love.
No, I don't believe that joint at all. I'm pretty sure,
because they never showed how like Kamran came to be. So I'm thinking she just, you know, used the dude to get a baby. Uh-huh. And then that baby just became
Think about it.
Her backup plan.
Think about it like how Otsutsuki be rolling in Boruto now. Like with the karmas and all that stuff. Like how they just be like, well, okay, so if any of y'all happen to be reading Boruto or watching Boruto and you're not caught up, most likely if you're actually a huge fan, you're probably reading Boruto. But if you're not caught up, this will be spoilers, just in case somebody happens to be watching this show or reading the story. Just in case. But in Boruto, sequel to Naruto Shippuden and Naruto, basically there are these people called the Otsutsuki, which is like an alien race. And long story short, because that's a whole thing, but like long story short, in Boruto, it was revealed to us that the Otsutsuki can basically live forever by implanting these things called karmas, with karmas in people's like in a host body that's like a perfect match for them. Mm-hmm. And whenever they want to, once the karma is strong enough, they can take over that body and basically. It's basically like a backup copy of themselves. Yeah. So if they die, they can kind of just regenerate, in that person's body and take over their body. So I'm comparing that to what's going on with Najma and Kamran. Yeah. They might have a very similar system in place.
Yeah, what if that's not even her blood kid?
It might not even be.
What if she just like took an orphan or something?
That's what I'm trying to say. It might have just been like she probably just took some kid, raised him up, built a bond with the kid, and it's like, don't worry, I'm keeping him. He's young enough, so by the time he's of age, I'll take over his body when it's time.
Or like you just adopt him just because, you know, he's young enough, he'll forget. He won't remember his past life anyways.
Yeah, I'm taking over his body, so it doesn't matter. Like he's young enough when this body, I'm tired of this body, or I'm about to die, I can just reset. Right. You know what I mean? Because she saw her friend like straight up die and didn't transfer their essence. Mm-hmm. So she transferred her essence before that body died. Mm-hmm. Remember, their body is just as mortal. Right. That's what it looks like, because they you know, it just disintegrated like that. They're literally light. Right. So yeah. So that was I don't think they showed up to Earth with those Earth bodies. Nah. Because Aisha definitely, most likely all did the same thing. They probably came over like an army, and maybe they can only invade if they take over human bodies, human forms, obviously, so that they can blend in. And if there's a whole bunch of just light figures walking around, everybody be like, what the hell? Right. The British Army be like, halt! Like... halt there. But anyways, man, I think we're gonna wrap this one up. Really loving this show, man. I can't wait to rewatch the episodes. It's a lot of fun. The love, man, it just feels like this, like, you know, like certain movies and shows and they try to represent a certain culture, and there's no, like, the people who are making it aren't actually from that culture or know anything too much of it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel genuine. Like, there's certain things, unfortunately, with Kim's Convenience, even though it was pretty accurate, like some Korean Canadians said it was pretty accurate, there was also some things that just kind of played on stereotypes rather than being like genuine experiences of Korean Canadians. And that's because the directors and writers weren't Korean Canadian.
Yeah, they were white.
They were white. Well, the one writer was I believe was Korean, but most of the writers' room was purely just white folks.
Yeah.
And only those Kasimu decided to go on Facebook and rant publicly about all this, not knowing.
Didn't realize everyone could see.
Everyone could see it. And
I thought it was on his like private.
Yeah, he thought his Facebook was he thought his Facebook was just private in general. He didn't realize that everyone can just go see Facebook posts. So the tea got out. But anyway, but the difference between that and this is that, like, these guys are actually, you know, Muslim. I believe they're Pakistani, and like they understand how important the culture is and how important the religion and, you know, is for the culture as well. And they know how to represent themselves and their culture properly, and you can see that because it feels authentic, and you can tell that, like, Kevin Feige and a lot of them just kind of let them do their thing.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, there's a lot of jokes in there that we couldn't fully understand, but there was also similar experiences and stuff to, like, you know, most immigrant families in America, that you can kind of see some similarities, but then there was other things that only people from Pakistan or Pakistani American or Pakistani European families would understand. So, like, and that comes from just a genuine place of love. There's no amount of research that could, like, replicate a first-hand experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love how much they're, like, putting the actual history into it, too, because there's a lot of people that won't know about it or, like, didn't learn about it in school, because I know we didn't learn about it.
You ever learned about it?
No, never.
I only learned about it because, you know, my teacher's A1.
Right.
And he decided to, because he actually taught us stuff outside of the curriculum.
Yeah, no, I was in, like, a class where we did both global history and English in the same class, so they kind of went hand in hand. So, like, if we were learning about England, right, we would do something in English class related to that. So they kind of had to stick to a certain curriculum, so we never really strayed outside of it. So that was the unfortunate part, but it's good learning about all this stuff now, because it's like, dang, like, there's really more out there than most of us even realize.
Yeah, the history is, every country has their unique history. Every country has their own story, you know, especially like post-colonialism. Like, there's always a thing. Like, Grenada has plenty of stories. Like, the whole Caribbean has plenty of, like, post-colonial history. And even, like just some of the interesting stuff, too, is, like, that I told you, like, the Arawaks and the Caribs, like, the indigenous people of my, you know, the native people of my region in the whole Caribbean. Like, there's literally a hill dedicated, like, a cliff dedicated to where, like, it's like a memorial site in Grenada where, like, the, I would still consider this Native American because it was in the region, because the Arawaks and Loconos and Caribs and whatever. Anyways, they literally jumped off the cliff when the French came.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Because they were like, "No, we're not about to beat it. We're not about to do all this crap." Like, some of them, like, they were getting killed off. They tried fighting off the French army, and they jumped off the cliff. They said nope. A lot of them were pushed to their death, and there's that whole section there dedicated to that. That's unfortunately how a lot of the indigenous peoples of the Caribbean got wiped away, because a lot of them were kind of refused to be enslaved, and the ones that were enslaved, unfortunately, they stuck around. So that's why you'll see, like, a lot of different people who come from those Arawak and Carib history and stuff like that descend from them, and that's how a lot of Africans got throughout the Caribbean. But then there's all kinds of, like, I'm not even going to the Caribbean history right now, like, especially like British West Indian history, because that's like a whole, I can make a whole video just talking about that. But long story short, like just to add to what you're saying, like yeah, like every country, you know, especially if you don't know about these stuff, it's really good. And what I like is in my comments, there's a lot of people from Pakistani backgrounds, and they're either Pakistani American or Pakistani European, and a lot of them have been pretty satisfied with the show. And like, you know, and that's why I can get my confirmation that they're doing something right, because I'm not seeing an outrage from the community.
Right.
Obviously, like I'm not Pakistani, I'm not Muslim. I don't really understand, or not understand. I can't relate to everything in this, so I won't be able to know if everything is being done accurately or not. Obviously, I can judge that based on a historical thing, but I don't have the personal experience.
Right. But so those that do have the personal experience, if they're saying it's good and accurate, then I think it's pretty good and accurate.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anyone in my comments or on Twitter that came from a Pakistani Islam background, like, be disappointed with the representation in the show. Yeah. I have not seen anyone complain about it.
That's great.
You know,
you can really feel how much love is put into this show.
That's what I appreciate.
And I'm just glad that it is like accurate. And, like there can be love put into stuff, but it's not like fully accurate. Like it's a little like too dramatized,
like over the top, and
right?
A little too hammering on the nose kind of thing,
right?
Yeah.
But I'm glad that it's both.
No, I am. I'm glad that I'm honestly really satisfied with that, because once the community that's being represented is satisfied with it, then that makes me happy, because I know that I'm not watching something like that was just made for profit. Like,
right.
Like we've been saying, there's a lot of love in this, and it's making me really appreciate Miss Marvel as a character. I feel like we're knowing her a lot better now, so when we actually do see her in those movies and stuff, we're gonna have an even greater appreciation for her.
We'll just see her and be like, it's Kamala.
Yeah, it's Kamala. Like, we know her background, we know how certain things are important to her. Because, you know, like, when you get in these group situations, some of the characters, they become diminished, and they become, like, you know, not as, you don't get to really, like, know too much.
Yeah, you get a lot of people just kind of, it's usually, like two or three people on the forefront, and everyone else is kind of there.
Yeah.
Like, they'll get, like, a moment, but then it's like, okay, let's go back to the main three.
Yeah, and that, honestly, that's kind of why I really can't wait for the armor show, the War Machine show. They're still trying to make. I can't wait for that show, because
we've been pushing him off.
Rhodey's just kind of been in the background as a sidekick.
Yeah. That's basically all he's been.
Like, even Tony says, like, in Civil War, don't touch my Rhodey. Come on now. That has two meanings to it. Don't touch my Rhodey.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Like, so I want them to do, like, what they did with Captain Falcon. Or Falcon America. With Sam.
Yeah.
But what they did with
make him into like the big hero,
but
give him his chance.
That and just kind of explore a little bit of his community and how he's feeling, because like we saw Sam's sister, we saw his niece and nephew, or his nephews.
His nephews.
Yeah, his nephews. We've seen where he grew up. We've seen his home. Like, we didn't get too much of his backstory, but we got to see his community.
You got enough.
You got enough to kind of be a little bit more drawn to the character, more connected to the character.
Yeah.
Than than just watching him in the movies.
Right.
That we've only just hear, he's just kind of been like a sidekick for Captain America too, for Steve.
Yeah.
And
now he is Captain America.
So I can't wait. That's kind of what I am liking about these shows. And obviously with Loki, we got to spend more time with Loki. Wanda, we got to spend more time with her, because like a lot of people who just kind of skipped WandaVision and went into Multiverse of Madness
had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, and didn't really appreciate what Wanda went through and her actual growth to see what happened.
Yeah, you just see her like going crazy, saying, "I want my kids." And they're like, "What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Yeah,
what kids?"
Like, they do it in a way that you can kind of piece together the stuff, but like,
right, but you don't get that appreciation.
Yeah, like, you need to watch the shows.
Yeah.
So
the shows really are essential.
They are.
Even like What If. Even though that's kind of like not necessarily anthology, but like it's different like multiverses.
Yeah, and like you get
So
an
it's stuff
appreciation
that
for
could
Captain Carter
happen.
too.
So obviously, like Captain Carter's been in it. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you definitely get like an appreciation for her, even though you see her for like very small part in Multiverse of Madness. You really appreciate her character more, in my opinion, having seen her version of her Captain America story.
Right.
You know, in What If.
Right.
Like even the thing with the jetpack on the back, like you can like a lot of people, everybody can understand that. So you know,
these shows definitely are super important and they add up to like the main movies and
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this one up, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed our reaction to this episode. And yeah, let us know your thoughts and comments down below. If you agree or disagree with anything that we're saying, I'm definitely curious to have a conversation with you guys. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Just check out Shannon's channel, link is down below. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Clockmaster and
Cosmic Banks
out.